Take 4.
Hi, I'm Sid, and this is Luke. We are from UWSB Coaching, and we are doing our first demonstrational video on exercise for the Portage County weight race.
Alright, so for these exercises, we're going to be using a chair. So first off, you're going to want to find a chair in your house, preferably a chair with arms and that has a hard surface. You don't want to use anything like a lazy boy or anything like that. So something just as simple as this. Great chair. Alright, so first exercise we're going to do are going to be dips. So, just going to sit at the edge of your seat, and first this is the beginner one. So you're going to place each arm on the arms of the chair, and then you're just going to sit up, extend your arms out, get your butt over the edge of the chair so you can dip down, and you're going to go down and try to get your arms close to a 90-degree angle and extend yourself up. And notice how it keeps this form nice and straight. You're going to do this, and for every single exercise we do, you're going to want to do 3 sets of 10. But if you can't do that many, you can tone it down a little bit, do 1 or 2 sets, that's great. So, the more advanced version of this exercise, you're going to grab the edge of the chair, and then you're going to do the same exact thing, extend out, go down, get your arms as low as possible, extend up. This is a little more advanced because using more body weight and you're dipping down a little lower, so it's a little harder to come back up. And again, you're going to do 10 reps of this. Try to do 3 sets. If you can do 1 or 2, that's great. And while we're doing all these exercises, you want to focus on keeping a fluid breathing pattern, get that oxygen in to get the best out of our exercise. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do are chair push-ups. Now this one's pretty straightforward. All we're going to do is place our arms on the chair and simply do a push-up. Notice how he keeps his back nice and straight. He's not nipping in the back like this, or he's not arching it way out. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Keep a big chest up and down. Again, focusing on your breathing. It makes it easier to do these exercises and not get so exhausted. And you're going to do 10 reps and do 1 to 3 sets. And the more advanced version of this would be grab lower on the seat of the chair, not the arms. So you just get a little lower. And again, this is a little more beginner because when you're doing a floor push-up, you're using your whole body weight and you're going down further. For these, it's not quite as hard. So if you can do floor push-ups, that's great. You can do those instead. But these are just for our chair exercise purposes. Exercise number 3, we're going to do weightless curls and tricep extensions. So again, this is basic. You're just going to flex and do a bicep curl. Keep your elbows in at your sides. Notice how he's flexing and resisting himself almost, so he's pulling up. You're going to do that. And then tricep extensions is going to be behind your head. Keeping your arms locked right here, just bending at your elbows, flexing while you're going up. And if you want to add dumbbells to this, or even something like if you don't have dumbbells, that's a great alternative, is canned soup. Actually, it works perfect if you want to use a little bit of weight to make these exercises a little more difficult to get more out of them. Again, you're going to do 10 reps, 1 to 3 sets. Hopefully you can get 3 in, that's great, depending on your time. So the 4th exercise is going to be crunch with knee twist. So again, you sit at the edge of the chair, hands behind the head, and then you're just going to bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. So just like that. Good. When you're doing this, you're going to want to, what's that? Yeah, we'll turn the chair so we can get a better look at it. When you're doing this, notice how when his legs are going up and down, he's not letting it go up and then flop down. Just show him what it looks like if you flop it down. You don't want your leg to fall down like that. You want to be able to stabilize your leg up and down to work both sides of your muscle, not just going up and dropping down. So try to keep it stable and right just like that. And then the next exercise we're going to do is the reverse crunches. So you're just going to sit at the edge of the chair again. And while we're doing these core exercises, it's important that you maintain a tight core. Try to keep it as tight as possible while you're doing this. Again, fluid breath, keep it going. You're just going to lift your feet up like this. Again, engaging the core. Trying to keep your feet off the ground the whole time. Get it down close to the ground, but don't rest your feet on the ground because that just defeats the purpose of the exercise. If you're more advanced, you can lock your knees and just have straight legs and extend it out like this. And if you can't do quite that much, you can just bend your knees all the way, actually, and just pull your knees up and down. It's a great core exercise. Again, you're going to do 10 reps and 3 sets. And the next exercise we're going to do is an inner thigh squeeze. Now for this one, turn the chair again. All you're going to do is you're going to put your fists in between your thighs, and then you're going to squeeze your thighs together as hard as you can and hold it for about 10 seconds. Then after you hold it for 10 seconds, just relax a little bit, and then go back at it again. You're going to do this. This one isn't necessarily reps. This one is for do it for about 2 or 3 minutes on and off, or as much as you can until you get fatigued. So just keep doing that. It's great. It works the inner thighs. Yes, thank you. And all right, the next one we're going to do is squats. So for this one, just going to get to the edge of your seat. Go ahead. Stand up and sit down. And when you're doing this, you're going to want, when you're sitting down, the way you start off, notice how his legs at a nice 90-degree angle. You don't want your feet way in or way out. You want it 90 degrees. And focus on, just standing straight up and straight down. When you feel it, you should be feeling it in your hammies and your butt. If this is hard for you to do, you can even use your arms to get up. That's fine. So just like that, yep, that's great. Again, if you can do it with all arms, try and do that. If it's hard, try and work yourself as best as you can. If you need a rest, take a rest. That's fine. It's great. But having said that, you got to really work yourself. Don't cheat yourself. You want to get the most out of this as possible. So the next exercise we're going to do are lunges. For this one, we're just going to use the chair as a stabilizer. Yep. So you're just going to grab the chair, get into a squat position, be about maybe a leg's length away for your feet to be away from each other. You want to have your knee right over your heel. And then you're just going to drop straight down. You're not going to want to lean forward in doing this like that. That's no good. You want to drop straight up and down. Great. And this is, again, it's working your butt, your hammies, your quad. And you're going to do 10 for each leg for this one. Yep, so turn around. Just do 10 the other leg. Do 3 sets of this. And then the next one we're going to do is calf raises. So again, just using the chair as a stabilizer. You're just going to stand, and then just go up on your tippy toes, and slowly drop down. Tippy toes, slowly drop down. Working the calves here. And if you want to make it more advanced, you're just going to use one leg at a time. So keep one leg up, and then just do the tippy toe for the other leg. And you're going to want to do that each leg 10 times, 3 sets, just like everything else. Again, focusing on breathing, keep it a positive attitude. All right, so just to end this, we're going to talk a little bit about stretching because that's also important. So Sid's just going to go through some basic stretches.
So after any exercise, like Luke said, it's important to stretch. We'll just show you some basic ones here. It's always important to stretch for at least 30 seconds for each muscle that you use when you exercise. So we pretty much use the whole body. So just some basic upper body stretches. For the triceps, you can reach over the top of the head, grab your elbow with the opposite hand, and pull that shoulder over. And again, holding this for up to 30 seconds. Switch it over to the other side. Same thing on that side. And to stretch out the shoulders a little bit, just reach one arm straight across, grabbing the elbow or anywhere along the arm really to pull it across. Just feel a nice stretch through the back and the shoulder. Holding it for 30 seconds there. Switching it over to the other side. Again, same thing on this side. Alright, so we can move down a little bit to the lower body. So for a hamstring stretch, all you're going to do is straighten out the legs in front of you. Pull the toes up towards you, kind of flex your foot up so that your toes are pointing towards your face. And just leaning down, reaching for the toes as far as you can get down. Again, you can use the chair as a little bit of help for this. If you want to do it standing, you can stand up and just do the reaching for the toes. For a quad stretch, go to the other side of the leg. Just go to the back of your chair, grab down at the foot. You can stretch out the quad. You can hold onto it with both hands, one hand, whatever's comfortable. Making sure that knee's pointing towards the floor. You're not pulling it back or floating it out to the side. You want to point it straight down. Switch it over to the other leg. Again, holding it for 30 seconds, using the chair for balance.
Again, while we're doing these, you want to focus on your breathing. We can't emphasize that enough. It helps you get the most out of what you're doing, and just keep a constant, good breath going. So those are more stretches you want to do after, right? So I guess that's all we have for right now. I hope you guys got something out of this video. This is our first video, so bear with us if it's not quite up to par yet, but hopefully you can get something out of this. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment on this. You can contact either one of us. Talk to us while we're at the practicum, you know, at the weight place. We can have that out, but yeah.
All right.
I think that might actually